I'm Kristina Zachary with the Zachary Team with Phyllis Browning Co. Today, Gabriel and I are here to talk to you about why we joined Phyllis Browning Co. We left Real. We know it's a game changer, so stay tuned and listen to everything. You won't want to miss it.
So as Kristina said, we're going to be talking about why we joined Phyllis Browning. It seems to be, if you've been following us for a while, it seems like we're changing a brokerage every year, and that's exactly what's happening. There are reasons for this, and we've been learning. Every time we change the brokerage, I feel like we've learned a lot, right? Today we want to focus not on the reasons why we left other brokerages or why we
left Real.
Yeah,
because
why we left
they know why we left at EXP.
Yeah, we did a video, it's linked up here. Make sure you check that one about why we left EXP. We're not going to go into details about why we left Real in this video. We don't want to focus on the negatives here. If you have any questions about Real, make sure, feel free to reach out and ask us questions or give us a call. We'd be more than happy to share the information. But today, we're going to be focused on why we joined Phyllis Browning.
Well, I think that leads us to us having to go back 7 months ago, and I came to Gabriel, and I was pretty much just like, I know we've been at Real for about a year, and I think we should switch brokerages. And he was
freaked out.
he was like, we're gonna have to change all the marketing, our websites, all of the back end stuff, which he's in control of. And honestly, it was probably an easier decision for me to say that because it wasn't such a huge technical change for me. It was just, I'm still talking to clients. I'm more of the client facing contract person. He does more of the back end. So he realized this is going to be a whole lot of work. And we had signage with Real. We had business cards. We had a lot of products that we used for Real, so that was going to be a huge chunk of change that's just kind of down the drain.
To be honest, every time we changed, okay, like I did follow your gut, you followed your gut, and I followed you following your gut. Mm-hmm. But every time we changed it was for the better. So although it stressed me out because it's not just it's time and money. Changing all of these things takes time, and we do onboarding, and then we have to change all the material, just like you mentioned. In retrospect and in the bigger scheme of things, we've been with Phyllis Browning right now for like almost 6 months.
6 months.
6 months, and I think we're the better for it, and kind of worked out for us.
I want to now go into the reasons of why I kind of leaned you towards Phyllis Browning. Of course, I know that I was the one to make the change, and you kind of put that pressure on me, like, well, you want to change, find a better brokerage, and kind of convince you to do otherwise. So I remember manifesting, just like I did with Real, you know, what brokerage is there? Because I was looking up so many, but nothing felt right. We had to kind of change direction. I feel like there was those parts in your business where you have to grow on what you've built, and then there's a part where you can't grow anymore. You've hit like a ceiling, and you need to adapt to that change and then add something different or do something different. So I know that you and I had discussions about whether it was going to be luxury or investment, and we just both kind of agreed, I think luxury, or being connected more closer to luxury, is the way to go.
Yeah.
And we both knew that is either Cooper Sotheby's or Phyllis Browning Co. So those are the two largest luxury brokerages in San Antonio market currently.
And we ended up with Phyllis Browning is because she's local, and the brokerage is local, and they started in San Antonio versus.
No, I wouldn't
Sotheby's.
say that for me. I was still open to Cooper, and I was still open to Phyllis, but I'm like, who is a connection? Who do we have connected in there?
Yeah.
Who do you talk to? It felt kind of like mysterious, you know, so, but we also both knew that being connected to luxury or being in that vicinity of the people and the groups of people, not just the realtors, but the administration and the staff, that was going to be something that would also grow our YouTube channel, which we had already started developing. So we had already had luxury listings and helping other agents sell their homes that way. So we were like, it just will kind of gravitate towards that, or maybe be a little bit easier if you're kind of connected. Yeah. And like the phone calls will be easier.
That was definitely one of the advantages. But going back to what you were saying, why we were originally thinking between investments or luxury, we have to backtrack to last year, middle of last year, and what happened in the market and the interest rates going crazy. That's what really made us pivot.
I think the first half of last year, before the interest rates kind of shot up, like 4th of July, the fireworks, it just matched that scene. Our business took a huge halt, and we were kind of just working in the in-between. So I feel like there's investments, and not that investment is a big market, because it is, but you have investments, you have luxury, and in the middle you kind of have the blue collar sort of, like in the middle, homes, just regular, homes. Yeah, all of that. They're not looking to invest, they're not luxury, they're just like, I have a family and we have a good, stable job. So that our business kind of just took a hit. And I think you and I know how to work those people. We know how to work with those clients, get them to close, whether they're a buyer or seller. But we knew that we're stuck here because the industry is stuck here. And if we want to stay in the industry, we have to evolve with the industry.
Yeah, well, these are the people that got affected the most about the interest rates, and the people that freaked the most. Like people that go for luxury homes, they have enough money. First of all, a lot of them, they do smart financing, and they don't really care about interest rates.
Or they're more able to do like a jumbo loan or different types of loans that affect them. So maybe they're not worried about the interest rates.
And they also understand the interest rates. They're not so like, oh my god, interest rate is that much. They understand what an interest rate is and how it works. That will be another video. Also, investors, for them it's
a game.
It's a mathematical
that's when
equation.
Exactly. That's when business is hot.
Exactly.
When the industry's kind of tanking a little bit.
Exactly. So investors, they look at things as like, can I make profit on this or not? They don't care about interest rates either, because with most investors, their interest rates are either not there because, again, they look at smart ways of acquiring property, or they're working with hard money loans. And hard money loans, the interest rates are high anyway. People that are or affected by interest rates the most are the common people. Like the people that are going for the $200,000 and $300,000 or even $400,000 homes, $100,000 homes. So that was the core of our business. And I feel like when the interest rates started increasing suddenly and it wasn't gradual, a lot of people freaked out.
Want to now get into what got us into Phyllis Browning and how we became convinced of Phyllis Browning. So of course I was manifesting, and I'm like, I feel some brokerage is coming our way. I know it. I just need to stop looking so hard for it, and it will fall into my lap, just like it always has. And so if you've been following us from the very beginning, about like almost 3 years ago, when we were in real estate school, but we weren't even in Realtors yet, we knew that we had to start interviewing brokerages, and one of the brokerages that we interviewed was Coldwell Banker. I think Braden can put the video somewhere around here. So when we interviewed with Coldwell Banker, we met Paulie Tamez, and he was the kind of recruiting officer, like recruiting guy.
Agent relations.
To bring on agents and to talk about Coldwell Banker, he gave us a whole tour, which you can see in the video up above, of Coldwell Banker. We ended up, of course, not going with Coldwell. We ended up choosing EXP. However, so been maybe like a year since I talked to Paulie, and he would follow up with me every single maybe about every 6 months, and he'd be like, hey, you think about coming to Coldwell, but I didn't hear from him after that. And then December
towards the end of last year.
Yeah, like early December, I'm scrolling through Instagram and I see Paulie's face, and I'm just scrolling, but then I remember seeing like the colors around Paulie, and they were green and white. And I remember thinking, Coldwell's blue and white. Why is it just, I don't know why the colors matter to me, but I remember scrolling back up and I saw a video of Paulie. He's now been recruited to Phyllis Browning Company, and he's looking for agents to come and join Phyllis Browning. And I knew that was the video. I knew that was what I've been manifesting. So I instantly called Paulie, got an interview, and I was super excited to kind of tell you about it.
Yeah, and I was like, we're gonna change again.
Yeah.
No, but I'm glad that we did. It was the natural progression of what we're trying to do. Yeah, let's go ahead and jump into what we liked about Phyllis when we went after we did the interview.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about some of the things that we liked. How established they are in San Antonio. You know, like there's a lot of big names, agents working for Phyllis Browning.
Some of the top luxury agents or top producing agents in San Antonio are with Phyllis Browning.
We thought it would be a really good opportunity to network with really high producing agents. We believe like if you really want to be good at something, surround yourself with people who are good at what you want to be good at. And this way you kind of like absorb from them as a sponge, you know. So that was one of the things that we thought would help a lot.
Yeah. Right? Another thing was we did have an office. We did join a team when we were with Real. Fortunately, of course, around the same time that the interest rate spiked, we ended up having to leave the office. And so Gabriel and I were kind of working from home for like a good 6 months, and it just wasn't working as well as we thought it would. So then when we went to Phyllis Browning and then we toured the office, they were actually like, where we have some shared office space for y'all to use. So that was a huge selling point for us too.
It was, but funnily enough, like when we were trying to work from home, we still lived in the 1-bedroom apartment where now we have a home. We ended up not using the offices at Phyllis Browning because
we started to, that was when we were still in the apartment.
Yeah, and I said eventually.
We did have that shared space. It was pretty nice, but I found myself honestly distracted. That's not anything with Phyllis Browning. That's just, I like the opportunity that it's there. So we even still utilize it now that we have a home office. We've upgraded our place. So, but we still do go to the office from time to time. Speaking of the office, there's a ton of agent support, which we saw the very first meeting with Paulie. He gave us a really good tour. We are actually located at the North Central office. So there's different offices, which Gabriel will go into in a second. But while walking the office, you were able to talk to someone in the front desk. You were able to talk to a transaction coordinator. You were able to talk to the broker, but who's also a lawyer. They have a manager there, and other agents. So there's a ton of in-person, face-to-face relationships and support. And sometimes you just really, really need that. And then another thing with the office is they offer opportunity time. So basically, when you see a Phyllis Browning sign on a listing, you see a phone number and you call that phone number, and let's say you're a buyer. Whoever is on that PBC opportunity time, whoever is scheduled, they have the opportunity to answer the phone. So you can either get a buyer, a seller, or a buyer and a seller.
You never know, like some people would be sitting, it's an opportunity time for them, and they're sitting and they get a call and it's $1 million home. They close, on that client because they were there in the right time.
Right time, right place.
Yeah. So we have multiple offices. We have an office in Alamo Heights. We have an office in North Central. That's the office that we go to. We have an office in Bernie. So we have a few offices, but Phyllis Browning is Texas-based. It's local. It was started by Phyllis herself.
And she's actually still selling houses too, which is pretty cool.
And right now the general manager is her daughter. There's no franchises, there's nothing. And we felt like it's a good step for us. Over agent support that we really liked is the amount of resources that they provide for the agents. There's a marketing team. I don't use their help that much, but I can imagine.
Yeah. But for like a newer agent, or maybe agents who aren't so friendly with marketing technology or marketing savvy, they definitely have a lot of help there. And
very, either free or at very affordable prices. Like there's a lot of things that you get for free. Like for example, if you have a listing, you get up to a certain amount of photos done for you for free.
25 photos for free.
And then if you want anything extra or anything more extravagant or more pictures.
Or like if you want editing on the pictures, that's when they definitely charge.
So there's a lot of things like that you get free. Signs, log boxes.
They also have people put out the signs for you, and y'all know in Texas we do not have good soil all over the place.
And the summer gets hot.
And then in summertime it gets hot. So the fact that you don't have to do that yourself is very, very helpful. They offer Supra boxes as well, and we know if you're an agent and you buy your own super box, those can get expensive. They're really nice to have just in case, but we definitely enjoy being able to just kind of sign in and sign out a Supra.
Yeah.
Speaking to other agents now at this point, if you're thinking and interviewing brokerages, I think some people get so stuck on their brokerage, or they're like, I started with this, I should end with this, but I really like how with real estate, you're not a tree, you're not stuck anywhere. You can plant your roots or go wherever you want. And I think the first 2 years, Gabriel and I were with EXP the first year, our second year with Real, and with it being such a cloud-based brokerage.
Both of them were. It allowed us to kind of learn on our own. We didn't have a lot of hand-holding, to be honest, so that really helped us stay in the grit, stay on the grind, and really learn and hustle. But which you would think the opposite, right? You would think in the very beginning you would need a lot of hand-holding. Yeah.
So I think looking back, maybe we should have started with a brick and mortar place.
Yeah.
Browning.
Or Keller Williams or
or another one we interviewed, but we just decided to go heads in. So I think something for agents, for y'all to think about and to keep in mind is, what do you really truly need for your business, and like really, really think about it. And maybe we should have changed our mind 6 months ago, but things go the way they're supposed to go. But I think it's really helpful for agents to know the difference between a brick and mortar brokerage and a cloud-based brokerage.
Yeah, one of the things that we fell for, and I'm sure a lot of new agents fall for, is the commission split. Okay, a lot of people think, okay, I don't want to like give up 30% or 20% or 50% of my commission. And understandable, we thought the same thing, you know.
Yeah.
But then your first year you end up doing 3 closings, you know, and you're like, well, okay, that wasn't amazing.
But you know what's interesting is, after we've been in the industry for a while, of course 3 closings felt like such kind of a failure to us. But other agents that were in the career for a while, they're like, wow, that's actually really good.
But that's because we started on our own. You know, if we had the hand holding that we could have had, you know, like working with a team or working with a brick and mortar, we could have easily closed more than 3.
Maybe, but y'all, sometimes at this point we just don't know, because we do see some agents, this is their first brokerage and they have a lot of opportunity to handhold, but they're still kind of like all over the place. So I think
you're right.
I think the first year is just chaotic.
You're right. I think it helps when you have those resources and you have somebody that can support you.
Yeah.
But a lot of agents are so overwhelmed, you know, that it really doesn't matter in the end of the day, whether they still don't know. And there's a learning curve. So regardless of how fast or what the resources are, there's still going to be a learning curve.
Yeah.
And some people need a lot of hand holding, some people don't need a lot of hand holding. Regardless whether you have it or not, there's still going to be
trial and error. And
you're building a business, so you don't have the confidence the first year. Your clients can see, or the people that you meet can see that you don't have that much confidence. If you get a listing appointment, you're like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? I remember our first listing appointment, we didn't know what the hell we were doing, you know. But
I feel like we kind of did, but yeah, you and I were just like, we faked it till we made it.
we told ourselves that we knew what we were doing, you know, but definitely if we go to a listing appointment now, we know what we're talking about. Yeah. You know, when we first went to a listing appointment, we were talking hypotheticals. Now I don't think we talk hypotheticals anymore. We're talking about, okay, this is what's going on, this is how it's going to happen, this is the market. And to have that, like acumen,
you just need
exactly. And people can sense that when you talk to them. Like they can sense when you know what you're talking about versus when you sound like you know what you're talking about.
They used us and they sold with us, so
they gave us a lot of opportunity. We are very grateful to all our clients, every single one of them.
And our first 2 transactions were actually listings.
Yeah, we go back in time and we are talking to ourselves as new agents. I would tell us to join a team. To be honest, it's not really about the brokerage. It's not about which brokerage it is, whether it's cloud or not cloud. I would advise that we join a team, because I feel like if you do join a team, they would give you, depending of course on the team, some teams are better than others. So you interview the team and you join the team. They would give you leads, they would give you marketing support, they would give you a lot of things that would put you on track. You know, you would have a little bit of guidance, or at least if they don't do a lot of hand holding, they would be available. And if that costs you a few more
$1,000
percentages for commission, well, just think about it that
you're paying them.
Exactly, you're paying. You don't learn for free, so you can learn by going through the experience and not closing, you know, or you can pay somebody and make sure that you close, because 100% of zero is still zero, you know. So, and 70% of, or 60% of 10 closings the first year is a lot of money, you know. So
newer agents, Gabriel and I both, we do love Phyllis Browning Company. And right now, I currently don't see us leaving.
I hope so.
But I, as much as I love something, I can never make promises. I never know. I go where the wind blows. I feel like I'm Pocahontas a little bit. So
I'll give her that. So far, like I said in the beginning of the video, every time we changed, it was for the better.
So we do encourage established agents or newer agents to go interview Phyllis Browning Company. You can also text us or call us at 210-504-5301 and ask us how to get in touch with Polly. We would love to do that connection. Actually, some people from YouTube who are newer agents or they're still in real estate school, they give us a call and they're like, hey, who do I get in touch with? What do you guys recommend? And we recommend EXP, we recommend Real, we also recommend Phyllis Browning just because of personal experience, but we recommend everything.
Just because it didn't work for us doesn't mean it's not good, okay? Every brokerage has its advantages and disadvantages. You just need to know what works for you, and you're not going to know that until you try, because you don't know how you're building your business, you don't know what kind of business you want to build, and eventually it took us up until this year to know that no, we'd rather be with like a fixed brick and mortar local brokerage. I don't think we would have thought of that at all the first year. The first year we wanted to go something big name, something like global, and you know, and for us now we realize for our business and what we're trying to do and how
for like where we're at now.
And for what we want to do in San Antonio specifically, you know, we want to be more local. We want to be more focused on San Antonio. With that, we do have partners outside of San Antonio. Phyllis Browning has a lot of partners, and we're part of a network of luxury brokerages. It makes a lot of difference when you have roots in the city that you're in.
Yeah, for sure. But definitely go interview Phyllis Browning Company and talk to Polly and go visit the offices, because there's in San Antonio specifically. I don't know about the other ones, but I know we've been to the Alamo Heights office. We are located in the North Central office, but from what we've heard, the North Central office is the party office. They're the ones who like to get down and stay busy, and we've seen that actually in the office. That's why sometimes I couldn't. I'm like, who's talking? What are they saying? What's going on?
There's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on in that office.
There's trainings, meetings.
At the Alamo Heights office, they're a little bit more.
Because it's not open space.
Yeah, toned down. But they're both nice offices and all that stuff. But everybody has been wonderful.
The North Central is more open space, so all the offices are open. Alamo Heights is like 2 stories, and there's some like separation between each part, so there's a little bit more privacy and things are calmer.
It's a little bit quieter.
Like we didn't need that a lot, or actually at all. A lot of the things that Phyllis Browning does, we honestly didn't need, because we've already established our business and we've been in real estate for a while. So now we don't need like onboarding, and we don't need like
a lot of
basics
training and stuff like that.
But they are doing a lot of training for new agents. Like if you're a brand new agent, they have like training, they have onboarding, they have a lot of things to support new agents.
Exactly.
Yeah, but even with that, like a lot of brokers do that. My recommendation would be find a good team and learn from them, because that it's more one-on-one. You know, it's more personalized to what you need and how you want to run your business. And it's an opportunity also to see how somebody else is running their business. You know? And we're not saying that because we are recruiting people to our team so far. It's just Kristina and I, and we want to keep it like this for a little bit longer. You know, eventually at some point, yes, we would love to take on more agents.
I think after I'm a broker, maybe.
Maybe, you know, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, that's right.
We'll see how it goes. Maybe
it's a
after.
Big goal of mine.
Yeah, but for now, it's just the two of us. We want to focus on our business. We want to grow our business, and once we reach a certain point, yeah, we would be more than happy to take more people under our team name. But for now, just find the right team. Yeah.
But like I said, if you have any questions about Phyllis Browning in general, please give us a call. We'll find you that right connection if there's certain questions we can't answer, or you just need to kind of go see it for yourself. We're more than happy to help you with that and assist with your journey. We love talking to people about their careers.
I'm Gabriel. This is Kristina. You've been watching the Zachary Team YouTube channel. We are San Antonio's Realtor couple. You can watch our journey from the very beginning, from the minute that we even started thinking about real estate. If you go all the way down in our videos, and Kristina doesn't like me to tell people that because our videos suck.
Our videos, they were really wholesome. They're wholesome videos, really nice videos. Go check them out. It's weird to look at yourself years ago, and we're like, our first video, we're wearing like matching pizza t-shirts, or like,
yeah.
What were we thinking?
But yeah, check those videos. If you have any questions,
comment them. Beautiful editing. I mean, our video editor does a better job.
You're right.
Beautiful amateur editing. Peace de resistance.
If you have any questions about real estate, about San Antonio, if you want to move to San Antonio from anywhere, give us a call. Let us know what your questions are. We're here to help you, whether you're an agent, whether you want to move to San Antonio, or whether you just want to ask anything.
Buying, selling, investing, and around San Antonio.
And don't forget to check out our new podcast. I'll leave a link below.
Yeah, it's coming. Yeah, look at the link.
It's gonna be.
It's coming soon.
It's coming soon. It's gonna be this month. We're gonna shoot the first episode sometime this week, hopefully.
Make sure you smash that like button, hit the bell notification, and comment below.
It really helps out.
I don't know what they say on YouTube.
As you know, because you probably heard it from every single YouTuber you've been watching, it does help. Every time you like or comment, more people get to see his video. So if you had any value out of this video,
subscribe.
Please make sure other people do too. Thank you for watching.